Hello there. It's Save with Crypto. It's the Save with Crypto show, and I'm your host, Save with Crypto. And below me is my co-host, Maff. Hello, Maff. How you doing?
Hello. Yeah, not bad. I seem to be sitting in darkness. I just realised it's quite.
Okay.
Although it's moody lighting, isn't it? Yeah, let's just call it moody lighting.
Moody light. Well, it's blue. It's bluey yellow to me, so it's neither green or red. So that's good. That's got. I like the neutrality. The neutrality.
Yeah,
right,
interesting color palette. So I'm like a Simpsons character, basically. Is what you're saying?
Oh, if you got 4 fingers,
probably. Yeah. Oh, I did that wrong way around, didn't I?
Oh no, I saw your thumb. I don't believe it.
A magician never reveals his tricks. So obviously I'm not a magician.
Yeah. No. Anyway, right. If we've got any professional magicians in the chat, please put a pie.
Put a thumbs down, I would think. After that.
Yeah, put a pie in the chat. Anyway, right, we're going to talk about the Clarity Act and all that sort of thing. I can see Scotty's been busy already in the chat. It's really good fun tagging Scotty in the X post, because when I announce the stream, because I know that he's going to be here knocking on the door, posting away, which is great. So really, really grateful for that. Anyway, and good. Anyway, I was going to show you something before all that, because I think this morning, I think this was probably the perfect Quadzilla scalping entry, I reckon. So right, I know this looks a bit busy because it's all squashed up on a 14-inch monitor, but so this is Bitcoin USDT on perpetual contract ByBit chart, squashed with 3 lots of it. So it's the 1 minute there, and the 3 minute, and then the 12 minute. Okay, so this is using our indicator, which is called Quadzilla. That's what it looks like without it. That's what it looks like with it when it loads. Go on, there you go. So this morning I woke up, and I think I woke up about 6 actually, and I thought, oh, the price of Bitcoin looks a bit dumpy, and then it kind of like rapidly dumped down quite a lot. So at this point here, right, what we got is this green little arrow thing here, which is called the super up signal. Now that means that it's quite likely that the price will go back up, but you can't just rely on the 1 minute time frame, which is why I look at the 3 and the 12. You could use other ones, but this is my kind of like scalping setup, if you like. So we had a super up there at about 7:15 UK time this morning. That coincided with one on the 3 minute time frame at about 7 o'clock. That was, and then we also had 2 on the 12 minute time frame at 7:12 and about 7:20. That doesn't happen that often. You don't normally get like super ups on all 3 time frames at the same time. So it is worth setting your thingies up for them, your alerts for those kind of things. Now what I did was I'm trading on ByBit at the moment, just because I am really. Not an enormous thing, but it's $741 margin on 25x, so that's currently 13% up, $96, and I should really just put a stop loss somewhere. I'm just going to put it at break even, actually, pretty much. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing there. So that's pretty good, I think. Now I didn't quite catch the bottom like I hoped to, partly because I was half asleep, and partly because I've got a bone to pick with you, Maff. So
yeah, was this because yesterday I said the price is going to go down and it went up?
No, not at all, not at all. Yeah, because once this happens, right? Actually, 2 things actually. So first of all, what I was talking about yesterday. So where were we about? What day are we now? Oh, got all confused now. Right, this is where we are, isn't it? I mean, it's not very exciting. It's just a little blip up, isn't it? But nevertheless, it's there. So what the other thing I was talking about was, once you get this sort of movement, what I tend to look for is a cross of the yellow 21 EMA and the green 55 EMA on the 5-minute time frame. So that actually happened at 11:35, so about an hour and a half ago. And that normally to me is a pretty good sign that the price is going to go up. I had a little bit of a confusion there, but now it's gone up quite nicely. So yet again, that other 5-minute thing that I talk about quite often, that's worth looking at. Now, was that the retracement we're looking for? So what I quite often do is look at it on the 1 hour time frame and see what we were dealing with. Well, this is quite amazing, really, because we've gone from, see this green retracement level here. This one started on Tuesday, the 14th of July. So that was this Tuesday, wasn't it? Started doing that at well, pretty much 62.5k, if you like, and that actually went up, like 4.7%, and then it came all the way back down. But math, what's going on? It missed it by $55.
Well, that's not very accurate, is it, at all?
No. That's going to mess up our statistics, and then no one's going to buy the damn thing, are they? They're going to say, "Oh, that's useless. That didn't work at all." Anyway,
No, so, I mean, what I would say about that is, it's kind of what I've talked about before, but that's a really kind of almost shocking example of this. But it's just, do you want to zoom in some more on that?
I'm going to measure it properly to make sure I'm not talking chisel. Oh, $65 actually. It was even worse than I thought.
Okay, yeah, crikey. So essentially, there's so basically, if it's kind of saying that the price is going to come down to there and then bounce at that level, if it drops down but it doesn't reach that level, then that's certainly kind of a read. It's a market read, really, that there's buoyancy, in the market, and it'd be, the inverse as well if it's the other way around. But so as the price does bounce, then it's just like, it didn't even come down to that point that it kind of should have. That the market conditions or the market technicals really were kind of saying that it should. So there's extra buoyancy that doesn't really show up on a chart as such. So that's kind of the way to read that. It's also a bit of a get out of jail free card for when the indicator gets it wrong, but at the same time, genuinely, it's like, that's the way to look at it, really. Because it's an extra bit of insight into it.
I tell you what, I would love to think about this, right? Which is not the case, unfortunately. I would love to think it's because Quadzilla is so popular and there's so many people using it that everyone front run that level there, and because of that, the price just didn't make it. That's why.
There is definitely that factor as well.
However,
the other aspect of it is you could also potentially read it, and sometimes it's a bit of a judgment call, just that okay, it hasn't hit there. It just means that it hasn't hit that level yet, but it's still going to. So that could be a fake out bounce.
Well, and
then come back down. So it might come down from there, hit that level, wick slightly below it, and then go up to the bearish retracement level just above it.
For sure,
that's a possibility.
For people who don't quite know what we're talking about, which probably is zero, these retracement levels, they work by having a step one, which goes from the start of the retracement level up to wherever it goes to. In that case, that was just over 65k, and then you have a step two. Now the step two, what we normally say is what normally happens, it normally comes slightly below the retracement level, sometimes quite a bit below, to be fair. So it normally does something like that.
The ideal thing is when it just like wicks down and then comes up in the same bar, the same candle or the next candle.
And then we have that. Then when it goes back to the line there, then that's what we call the step three, and you can see all these. You can see the actual statistics for this in the stats module of Quadzilla. Anyway, so that for sure, what math is saying is although that didn't happen then, it probably will. So I think what you were trying to say, but I was busy making pictures at the time, was from here. We'll probably go up to something like that level there, like 60.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah.
64k. So you see that red line there. So probably up to there, possibly go a bit beyond it.
Yeah.
And from there, you know, we could quite easily come back and complete the step 2 of that one, and then probably after that, once again, you probably do the step 3 of that, and then go back up. And that is the beauty of Quadzilla. And I don't think there's another indicator on the planet like it. I think it's just superb.
Because it is quite surprising just how often exactly that scenario plays out.
Well, yeah.
Like, oh, it just missed, you know, it got that wrong, but then it just hasn't hit that level yet, and it does come back down and hits it, and then bounces to the upside. Yeah,
for sure. I mean, and looking back in the past, you know, I mean, obviously we have these ones to think about here, which we spoke about the other day, which are well below 60k. But you know, you can see when it does the upside down ones, the bearish ones, you know, this one here, for example, just absolutely beautiful. And this one here is probably a good example of what you were just talking about, really, because this one here, it went up, came down, didn't actually close it there, it actually went back up, and then boom, came down and did it. Actually, no, it did it quicker than that, just there, wasn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
But that's a good example. And anyway, so look, the thing is, if you want to use Quadzilla, right, we can either buy it. You can either buy it, which I strongly suggest you do. Alternatively, if you want to try it out, we are actually going to start a new Bitunix campaign on Monday. And what I'll say, I reckon if someone puts like $500 in there and does some trading, I think that's good enough to give them a month trial of Quadzilla. Do you think?
How much? Sorry, to say
$500. Like
oh yeah, sure. Yeah.
I think that's a reasonable.
And place a trade.
Yeah, place a trade. Yeah, and join in the fun. And I thought what I'd do as well, because I've been trading mostly on ByBit for the last couple of weeks, because the Bitunix guy went a bit quiet, and I was thinking, what's happened to him? But it turns out what they were doing all stuff to do with the Mika license stuff, you know. So there will actually be a slightly different procedure of when you join a campaign. It doesn't mean you have to do KYC, but it just means you have to sort of like read something and agree to some terms, and that's it. You know, which is all like standard stuff, but that makes it compatible with Mika, whatever, MICA.
Yeah. Just quick reminder to people and anyone just joined. We've got the Clarity Act discussion coming up actually quite soon, I think. So
okay,
do hang around.
All right. So I will stop jabbering away in a moment, actually. But
no, but that's pretty exciting, I think. So we haven't done a Bitunix promotion for a little while. I think.
So what I thought I'd do was I thought I'd leave the Bitunix account alone for a bit, take my money out, do stuff with it elsewhere, which is what I've been doing. And then on Monday, I'm going to put like, I don't know, probably about $1,000 in there, and then so I won't have any sort of like trading volume history much, you know, because the campaign is going to work. I think it's the usual kind of thing where if you're new, you get a deposit bonus, and if you're an existing or a new person, you get additional bonuses on your trading volume. So I don't know. I mean, I think last time people might have been looking at my trading volume, which got up to like 15 million, I think it was, or something. And they were probably thinking like, that's unreal. He's trading with zillions of money. So I'm going to try it with a smaller amount starting on Monday, when the campaign starts, so that you can do something similar along if you like, and then we can discuss it in the Discord or something, which is free to join, by the way. And So what?
I was just going to say, just very quickly, because I'm puzzled by this. Hey, Kaz, by the way, welcome. Do you like it when Maff says scenario in his special way? I don't know what that means.
You do. You have got a few. You've got a few a few little things that you say different. Like you say, what do you say?
Tomato, potato.
No, that's all good so far. You do say scenario, don't you?
Well, how are you supposed to say it? Or how would you say it?
I say scenario.
That's what I said, isn't it? Scenario.
You're one of those. You're one of those people who can't hear the difference.
Scenario. What's wrong with that? So is it you saying sen instead of scene? Is that
I think it's the ario bit.
Oh, okay. Scenario. Oh, because I'm saying instead of, is it r?
Yeah.
You're like scenario.
Yeah, which is weird because you thought I'd do the short A and you did the long one because you're from down south and I'm from up north.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Yeah, I mean, just hadn't really thought about them. There are all sorts of words, I think, like that I'm quite often. I'm sure it's the same for other people. Just like I say stuff wrong probably, and I'm just trying to think of a particular word of that, and and usually just got no idea that it's wrong. Just go through life saying a thing, and people are people are polite enough not to say anything, but maybe they should. They're just anyway. Okay.
Anyway, just before we start talking shop, how do you pronounce that?
Turmeric.
Okay, good.
Yeah, turmeric, I think.
Turmeric, yeah. So do I. Oh, good. That's right. Why do Americans always say turmeric?
Do they say turmeric? Oh, okay.
They do. I mean,
and they say oregano, don't they?
Well, that's I can. I mean, to be honest, neither are correct, really, if you sort of compare it with the Italian. But turmeric, I don't know. But they spell it the same. It's not even like aluminum, where they do actually spell it different. They
that's true. So at least with that, they are following the spelling. Yeah,
they actually spell turmeric the same, but they say turmeric. It's like it's really one of those things that really does annoy me. Actually, it's like speak properly.
It's just wrong. I mean, there aren't any words in the English language that English people pronounce differently from how it's spelled. Not one.
My favorite is if you get the what did it we got to do this, haven't we? So I love this so much. I've got to do it right. So you got the word station, right? Station, and you got the word. You got the word enough. Okay, and the word women, right? So how do you pronounce the GH of enough?
Oh, is that a genuine question?
Yeah.
Like how you just said it. It's an F, isn't it? Really.
Like an F, isn't it? Yeah. Right. How do you pronounce the O of women?
I.
Right.
It's an I. Yeah. Sure.
And how do you pronounce the second T of station?
Well, with a TI, isn't it? So it's a sh. SH.
Okay. Right. Yeah. So if you have a word that's spelled GHOT, what is it?
Well, that'd be got.
Yeah, but from what you've just said, it's fish.
That's a fair point. Yeah,
it's good, isn't it? I love that. So
yeah. It's a bamboozling language, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, the O in women is that's always kind of got me, to be honest. Like even as a kid, I remember just thinking like but that's just weird. That's strange. Like, why? It should be WIMMIN.
Oh yeah. Women. No, yeah. Just
well, just
women.
WIMM. Yeah. Oh, that. Yeah. Women. Yeah.
And enough should be spelled like that.
Yeah.
And stay.
STAYSHON or station. Yeah, station. Because that's station. Yeah, station.
There you go. Right, English.
We've fixed the English language. You're welcome.
Brilliant. All right. Yeah. Okay. Right. You can tell them in a long, can't you? And it's going well.
Maybe as long as you keep babbling, then the price will keep going up.
Yeah. I tell you what. I tell you what I've been doing actually, which is quite good fun. Oh, hang on. Where's that one gone? Come back. All right. Is when you get like an obvious like rejection bit. Like for example, like on the 1 minute here, it was going up and up and up. And then we got a super down thing. So what I did there, because I'm on ByBit, if you're doing a BTC USD inverse perpetual thing, you can't do a short at the same time as a long. It just combines the two, which is a bit annoying. It's one of the things I don't like.
It's a bit hard to like hedge. That's
yeah, but what you can do is if you've got USDT in your account, you can use USDT and do a short with that. And in fact, with USDT, you can do both short and longs at the same time with USDT. You just can't do it when you're doing the inverse perpetual using Bitcoin as the collateral. Anyway, so what I've been doing is as the price goes up and I see one of those, I'm doing a little short to sort of hedge the position that I've got, and then when it pulls back a little bit, I think, okay, I'll take the profit anyway, and then just wait for the next one. So I'm doing that to stop me doing that thing where it goes up a little bit, I take a bit of profit, and then I put it in on a pullback, and all the time I kind of wreck my entry because I keep doing that, and I keep not making as much money as I want. So
I mean, there is also the thing about like trying to get a good entry. So like say if you're waiting to go long, waiting for the price to come down, and inevitably the price goes the price drops lower than the entry point. It just kind of does. It's very rarely I think that we get like the perfect entry. But I guess two approaches on there. You can do like the planned out laddering into the position. So the initial entry is a smaller position, and then a bigger position again, that way around, or short at the same time. If you're pretty confident that the price is going to drop at that point, then just short at the same point you open the long. One of them is going to be short lived.
I mean, for the moment here, for example, right. This is what I love about having it on the 1, 3, and 12 minute. As you can see that at the moment it's pulling back a little bit. We've got this retracement level here, and you can see the crosshairs on this one and that one at the same time. So you got that level there, which is the same as, well, that's slightly lower than that one there on the 1 minute. It's that one there. The 12 minute is one sort of forming there. So so if you were like doing a little tiny short or something like that, or looking for a new long, to be honest, you could target that kind of area there, around about 63, just over 63k, as a likely place that it might come back to. But then bear in mind it might come a bit further, might come down to these ones as well. But we'll see what happens. But obviously the other thing I'm looking for now is what I tend to do is once I've seen that good cross on the 5 minute, I'll just change that one there. So we saw the nice cross there, and then what I tend to do is I tend to look at other time frames just to check it's going all right, in the hope that we're eventually going to get the cross of the yellow and green on the 12 minute. So for example, here I'd be looking at something like the 7 minute, thinking, okay, well that crossed, and so did the 8 minute. 8 minutes, it's starting to look a little bit dodgy, so I'll probably keep my eye on that for a bit now. And if I do see that start to roll over, then I might expect possibly a bigger pullback, and at which case we might come back to maybe all the way to that entry on the 1 hour that we were talking about
Mm.
earlier. I
Yeah.
don't know, but
Yeah, potentially. It would be nice. That particular, I'm a bit self-conscious about saying that particular scenario. But that, so I don't know, just thanks, Kaz. But at the same time, I'm kind of glad that you pointed that out, because those things. I've actually got a bit of a presentation. I put a presentation together about the Clarity Act.
okay.
Going to see that. So I don't think we need the. I don't think we necessarily need the the TA intro for this, unless we did that after or something. Oh, also it's Friday today, isn't it? It's realised it.
It is.
It's Chippy Friday.
It is actually, and I must admit it's quite good actually. Now they've actually raised the bar to entry a little bit. It's now 1.2 million chippy is what you need. I think when it started it was 500,000, and then it went up to 1 million. And I mean, they did that because the price of it went quite low a couple of weeks ago. So it just kind of wasn't making sense really. And that's all right, because I've got plenty of chippy. So 1.2 million, which is worth about $800 at the moment. But the price of chippy doubled last week. So what they did anyway is they've increased the amount of rewards you get are now equal to about $20 rather than 10, which means that does actually cover a reasonable portion of fish and chips. It also covers, because that's about 15 quid. That actually covers the price of fish chips, mushy peas, and a pint in a Wetherspoons pub at peak hours. So
wow, yeah.
So that's
a genuine thing.
So that's quite good, really. And I was working it out actually. I don't know if you saw my video the other day. You probably didn't, but
I saw the headlines when I was a bit busy. But sorry, this is sorry. I meant I was actually wrapped watching it and couldn't stop watching. No,
I'll remember you next time.
I do try and watch them. In the sense that I would like to be able to watch every one of them, but there's so many of them. They come out daily. It's a prodigious output, I'd say.
Right. Okay. So you didn't watch it, but
yeah. Did you enjoy me squirming?
So well, I'll remember that next time I'm flipping through a Maftopia video. Thinking, what is it?
Dislike. Take that.
And I actually used one of your videos as a kind of not exactly an argument with my eldest daughter.
Example of what not to do.
Yeah, no, she was talking about climate change and all that. I said, well, heat waves are nothing new, are they? And he said, but they're getting worse. And I said, how are they though? And I said, there was one in 1523, and and I said, you said, well, what's your source of information of that? I went, one of Maff's videos.
that well-known bastion of knowledge and authenticity and authority on YouTube.
Yeah,
YouTube.
Yeah, and that's what's your source of information then? And she said she had a really woolly answer. I think it was somewhere between TikTok and Wikipedia. It was like,
oh, it's worse. Okay, I mean,
yeah, you know what I mean. It was like
not trying to put my own videos up on a pedestal at all, but they don't have to be on a pedestal to be above like TikTok and Wikipedia. They're just ground level. That's sufficient.
Anyway, anywho, right. That's got.
What are we doing?
Good at it. We better have a quick whip through the Scotty stream.
We kind of should. Yeah.
Step inside. What was way? All right. I don't know what that one is. I don't know. Do you know that one?
What do you mean? How can you not know? Step inside. It's Def Leppard.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. I don't.
And so saw them live a couple of years ago. They're quite good.
Okay, they're the ones with the one-armed drummer, isn't it?
Yeah. It was entertaining watching that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really do rock music much, but anyway. But looking like a tramp, like a bit. What's that one?
Same song, I think. It's just
Oh,
going on.
okay. Oh.
Yeah.
I'll see. Yeah, no, I don't know that at all.
Oh no, that's different Def Leppard song, I think. Anyway,
okay. I don't know either. DTCC.
No, it's serious stuff. Yeah.
Trades and assets and.
DTCC, handling trillions in assets and quadrillions in annual settlements, is advancing tokenization of traditional securities using multiple blockchains, including Canton and Stellar. It's like Abbott and Costello, isn't
it? I'll have a pint of Canton and a pint of Stella, please. Yeah. Okay. Clarity Act hearing today. Yes. 10 a.m. So it's probably quite soon, isn't it? Okay. In fact, 10 a.m. is going to be, that's 3, isn't it? It's our 3 o'clock, isn't it? I think.
Okay. But is that just like the latest stage, or is that the actual go no go, like, passes into legislation and so on? Because it can't be that already. Because there was like a big filibuster. That's just in the pronunciation here. There's a filibuster that I think might actually kind of block it, but we'll kind of get into that.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's going to be thinking. Yeah. Thanks for the warning, Kaz. Yes, expect volatility indeed. Crete Scotty. That's no need for that.
No.
Right, I don't know what's going on between them two anyway. And actually, I think Mr. Delta actually sort of messaged me this morning saying he was enjoying that bounce on the 1 hour that I was just talking about. And I said, didn't really reach it, and like, I'm going to have a word with Math about that. Anyway, Japan launches its version of Clarity Act. Oh, I see. Okay. Bitcoin and XRP ETF. That's what you're going to talk about, isn't it?
Oh yeah. So ETFs would be approved. That's pretty huge. Is this for Japan?
I think so.
Yeah. Japan Clarity. Clarity equivalent. Clarity. I think. So will be approved. Crypto tax to be cut from 55 to 20%. Expected to pass before the US Clarity Act does, as it showcases majority support in Japan's Common House.
Yeah,
made of paper, I assume.
Right, so it's all going to happen. Aussie, good day, lads. Good evening, Aussie. You're probably into your 7th run right now, aren't you? Could this infant? Yes, definitely could. I like this. Aussie saying, does that mean it's going to come back down and fill the Quadzilla gap? I like the idea of Quadzilla gaps, and like now we haven't got CME gaps anymore. Let's bring on a Quadzilla gap, and yeah.
Oh hell yeah,
yeah, possibly. I mean, statistically, them things do come down, don't they? We're back on the scenario. See, if I say scenario, it sounds posh now compared to your scenario. Maths posh. That's how upper class speak. Lol.
It is, just different.
Turmeric.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, that's
probably where they're coming from.
Like Americans.
Them Americans, yeah.
But it's I don't know. I think it's something to do with like tumors or something, Oh, Rich J. Is this a new fella? I'm not sure. Anyway,
hello.
Very welcome.
Hello, if you're not as well.
Man, I've been studying English. It's rooted in the occult. Crazy. Well, yeah. That doesn't. Yeah.
That's a word. Now you mention it. Sorry to jump in. I know I keep doing that, but you said the occult, didn't you? I would have said the occult. So that's definitely wrong. The occult. Yeah, I think it's just my lexicon of pronunciation stuff is just all over the place. It's broken.
Occult.
The occult. Yeah.
Occult.
But I think probably you were right. Yeah.
I don't know. I can't hear much difference. Neither sounds particularly wrong, actually. Okay. Spell. Okay.
Spell casting.
So all going. Then
That's
what? He's gigging in Gloucester tonight. I'm helping out with some gigs locally here tomorrow, unfortunately, so I can't really do that. But I will see you soon. Anyway, she always loved unicorns.
I'm losing track of it now. Who are we talking about?
I don't know. That was probably one of my daughters, probably, which was probably the other one. Anyway,
sure.
Space Cat E Bundy. What I don't. I like all these comments. They're great. For some shit, right? He's still singing away, Scotty. He's probably in the bath, isn't he? Sort of like singing. You know, that's probably what he does. I'm short and long, so I can't be wrong. Being short and long is great when they're both in profit. Otherwise, it can be quite scary. I'm tall and flaccid, Space Catty. Okay, right. That's right. That's all the trivialities out of the way. So present away.
Oh yeah. Oh crikey. Okay. Let's go. Caught me on the hop slightly, and now I'm clicking the wrong button.
I was thinking actually. I think we need a new intro theme. You know, I think we should have like a song that's quite funny about like.
Do you think?
Yeah, about like stupid things we say and stuff like that. And
so and now having spoken nonsense for 30 or 40 minutes, we're going into the silly season or something. Yeah, maybe not. Or like but seriously, folks, or something like that. Just now, just like here we are now getting serious. Talking of which, get Quadzilla. Quadzilla is serious, and with Quadzilla, you would absolutely level up your trading, and just has a whole bunch of things that we've talked about rather a lot already, and may mention once or twice again. If you're in doubt, go and check out the Save With Crypto Discord, whatever the thing is, savewithcrypto.org/Discord, I believe, that one. And get in there and even just ask people in there, hey, what do you think of Quadzilla? And I'll try and jump in with the first answer.
And if anyone says anything bad, then tell us about it and we'll ban them.
Yeah, exactly. Booted, kicked or whatever. Anyway, so there's that. So probably come back to this, not this, but other stuff that's on here. Liquidation heat map, for example. But initially, so for the Clarity Act, started just this morning because I noticed that Crypto Rover had posted this. I don't exactly kind of hang on to his every word or anything like that. I'd like to be as wealthy as him, to be for sure. But he does make a lot of kind of correct calls just over very long periods of time, I think, being more of a swing trader. But yeah, so he was saying, excuse me, I just dropped my full investment thesis on the Clarity Act. The full letter is now live for my ex-subscribers. Here's what it includes, what approval really means for crypto, which coins benefit the most, which stocks are positioned for the biggest gains. And but to subscribe to his X thing, I think you actually need to pay, I think it's like 15 or maybe a bit more than that, dollars a month or something like that. So I just thought, well, I've got various AIs and things at my beck and call. Why don't I just put one of them on to its like, maximum mode of just deep thought and so on, extremely high effort, obscenely high effort, and just tell it to produce just such a thesis. Then I kind of thought, well, if it comes out with something good, then we just put that into, say, the crypto Discord. You can just go and grab it, But in any case, it did come up with quite a good thing. So it was initially Claude, where I asked it to produce a thing, and it came up with something that was very, very complex, and I didn't really understand it. So then I went over to Notebook LM, which has now been renamed, it told me, to Gemini Notebook, which I think is a better name, I think, and it kind of unifies their their AI branding a bit needed to be done. But in any case, so I'll show you what it. Well, maybe I'll just click over to it. There you go. It came up with this nice little presentation. But one of the things though was that it pointed out. I think the Claude version pointed out that.
By the way, that's a terrible album cover. Actually, it'll never sell.
No, who's going to go for something like that? Honestly, just doomed to like obscurity and just, you know. Anyway, so yeah, so apparently it's looking less and less likely that the Clarity Act, at least in its current form, is going to pass. Maybe like this year. So I lost the thing. I mean, there's this obviously, which I'll get into in just a second, but give me a moment. Where'd it go? Sorry, slight technical hitch. Where is it? Subliminal, isn't it? Just get Quadzilla. Yeah, anyway, so oh yeah, maybe on is this? Yeah, so blah blah blah. So yeah. Sorry, momentary. That was going so well. Now this isn't quite so slick. Because I lost my notes. So yeah, so as I was saying, the problem is that because there's a bit of a kind of issue around whether the Clarity Act is going to pass. There's definite opposition to it. So central judgment kind of grounded in where things actually stand as of today. The market has largely priced in Clarity failing this year. That's the fundamental thing. So possibly why, I mean, obviously bear market and all that, but just across the board, not just Bitcoin. The pessimistic view is the one that's kind of priced in at the moment, which kind of makes it so it's what my notes that I cribbed from Claude. I'm too honest about these things. They make it an asymmetric catalyst trade. So the bill cleared the Senate banking 15-9 in May. Oh, Senate. So they banked the votes, I think is what it means. It cleared the Senate with 15 votes to 9 in May, but then missed its 4th of July target and now faces a 60 vote filibuster that it's short on. And prediction market odds have actually halved to around 40 to 50%, because back in February it was around 80% odds that the Clarity Act would pass this year. Now it's down to around 40%. So, and then meanwhile in June, ETFs kind of bled around $4.5 billion, worst month on record. I mean, but to be fair, bear market, you know. But again, that overall, that's just ETFs generally, not just the Bitcoin ETFs. And one bank was forecasting like 0 net inflows. So the continued delay that we're seeing for the Clarity Act passing is already kind of in the price. So if it does pass, then that would be a genuine kind of upside surprise. That's the offset there. So if we did get a surprise yes vote overall, then whoa, you know, see the market rip. Maybe that'll be timed with September, and what we're kind of anticipating is the bear market bottom around about then. So yeah, and then essentially, because obviously the big thing with the Clarity Act, I've just been leaving that on the album cover. I mean, so actually, oh, and also, I wonder if I can maximize this, because a real bugbear I have with people showing presentations is when they leave it in like non-presentation mode and just flip through the thing. However, this is a PDF, so I don't really have any choice here. So, but I could zoom in a bit, but that's not really going to be that great, is it? Does this have a mode to just like, because this is literally just showing the thing in Brave browser, the PDF. Doesn't really have a present. There we go. Nice. It can do it. Okay. So
there you go.
yeah, that's pretty slick. So this page of it, I thought. Oh, by the way, there's 140 pages to get through. So sit tight. There's about 14 pages, I think. But, so yeah, essentially, I really read that as finally effed for some reason. I think it's just the other side of my microphone, so I didn't quite see the fiduciary duties are finally but no, it doesn't say that, luckily. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so obviously the main thing with the Clarity Act should sort of say is that it's all about which tokens are commodities and which ones are securities, essentially. So any tokens that are sufficiently decentralized and so on, and all the things come under the CFTC in the US for their much lighter legislation. Any that actually are securities, which come under the SEC. So just to mention that, I think everyone knows that, but I should probably mention it. So yeah, at the moment, administrative fragility. Now I'm really self-conscious about the I'm fragile about how to say fragility. So yeah, so a new agency chair could just reverse any kind of decisions being made up to that point. Whereas if the act passes, we have statutory permanence, congressional statute, permanent. So it'd be permanent and litigation proof. So looking at it, yeah, if we're looking at it as a trade, there's an interesting one. It's a permanence trade. Do we think so? Near-term failure is heavily priced in. Success unlocks concentrated institutional flow and multi-year reclassification relief. Next, and this is kind of the key thing, I think. As I say, the market is already kind of priced in the downside. So if there was a sudden kind of defeat of the whole thing, and they got to go away, lick their wounds, and then like re-present next year or something like that, then we may not expect to see very much in terms of downside. So priced in downsides, prediction market odds already way down. Worst ETF month on record in June, as I said. Major banks are forecasting 0 net inflows over the next 12 months. Is that what that means? 12 months? Yeah, I suppose it does. Wow. Okay. However, if there was a big surprise and it did pass, somehow just can't see it though. The filibuster thing, I think, is just going to quash it. But anyway, unpriced upside, trillions in sidelines institutional capital, waiting for legal certainty, spot market openings for assets that have been long restricted. Thesis: continued delay is the baseline. The passage is a genuine positive surprise against. That's a weird summary. I don't think that really makes sense. And also, if they've rebranded this thing to Gemini Notebook, how come it still says Notebook LM down there? Just what's that about? Anyway,
somebody hasn't checked their work, have they?
No, sloppy. AI slop. That's what it is. So pricing the trajectory, not the signature. Bitcoin trades near. Oh, okay. So timeline. So July 2025, the House passed the bill. 14th of May, Senate committee passed the bill. Nice. Pre-August recess window. Okay. So what is today? What is happening today? I need to check that. So the Clarity Act is currently delayed in the Senate, having already passed the House of Representatives. House, that one. So as of today, House passage completed, Senate committee completed, that one. Senate floor vote is delayed, so that it was expected to happen before the 4th of July recess, summer recess, but it was blocked because there was internal disagreement over language regarding stablecoins. Damn it. And also decentralized finance, brackets, DeFi, close brackets, not reading this out at all, anti-money laundering, and the division of jurisdiction between the SEC and the CFTC. Yeah. In other words, like just lots of bickering, I think, and a bit of, well, I suppose it is all about politics, but in any case, politics going on there. Today's hearing, 17th of July, today, is a field hearing in New York held by the House Financial Services Subcommittee on Digital Assets, Financial Technology and AI. It's titled Building... I just realised I'm highlighting the text, so you can see it, but it's actually off screen, so apologies for that. Anyway, it's titled Building the Future of Finance, How the Clarity Act Unlocks Innovation, and is designed to examine the legislation's potential impact on digital asset market structure. So in other words, today's thing isn't particularly pivotal. I think it's just that they're kind of clarifying, gathering information, that sort of thing. So the bill certainly isn't dead, but it does require senators to reach a consensus on the disputed provisions before a full Senate vote can be rescheduled. If passed by the Senate, it would then need to be signed into law by El Presidente. That's that. I'm just going to put the comments onto the screen. I forgot to do that earlier. So, because probably worth mentioning. Anyway, we have got a lot of people watching today, just all across different platforms, mainly on the Mafftopia X. So thank you so much for your support. You have chosen the right channel there. I'm not quite sure why that's the case, that there's more on there, but it's, happy, joy, I think. Next, then the Save with Crypto X channel, and then YouTube trailing behind a bit there. But welcome everyone, whichever channel you're on. And I just brought out the comments here so that you can kind of see them a bit. Excuse me 1 sec. Just, gotta check a thing. Where's the thing? Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry. And next page. So, regulatory divergence, the value of the landlord. I don't know what that even means. Oh, as in a centralized. I think that's what they mean. The landlord is a centralized kind of arbiter of something or other. I don't know. So, digital commodities, obviously held by the governed by the CFTC. So that already cleared like spot ETFs, bank custody, which is great. Remember that passing. That seemed huge at the time. Then nothing really happened. But in any case, major exchange listings, historically less adversarial and focused on derivatives. SEC, disclosure obligations. So in other words, things like this would have to be kind of done. So disclosure obligations, investor restrictions, caps. In other words, it's just stricter, isn't it? The whole thing is just like restricted. So definitely, as a centralized kind of owner of a particular crypto coin, you wouldn't want it to land in this particular group, this category. So yeah, the Clarity Act makes classification dynamic. A token can graduate from the SEC to the CFTC once its network matures, which makes absolute sense, doesn't it? So, because you've created your coin, you're kind of nurturing it. Obviously, it's centralized at that point. It's got one central, one controller, one person in charge, essentially, or one organization in charge. And then when it's ready, and it's got some kind of like decentralized governance mechanism and so on. It could be pushed out and hopefully pops out of that chimney and down into that. What are they? Cooking pots? I don't know what they are really. Pops out of that abstract thing and into this abstract thing. So I asked this to create a decision tree. So it's done it like this. The decentralized test. Is the network fully operational and able to reach consensus? Route to SEC. Does any person or group have unilateral power to alter the protocol or governance? Yes. SEC. Does any single entity or affiliated group control more than 20% of supply or voting? That'd be so easy to just fall into that trap. Just accidentally buy a bit too much, of their own kind of coin thingy amount thing share, and multi-year, 4-year SEC, in there for 4 years in SEC jail essentially. Otherwise, congratulations, your coin is a commodity. Decentralization is a strict legal qualification governing listability, not a marketing slogan. It is kind of weird because you'd think this just seems perfectly reasonable. It genuinely does clarify the whole bloody mess, really, and yet there's such big opposition to it. I don't really get it. Can't all just be down to fine tuning the wording and that sort of thing. Also, there was all this stuff around the classification of stable coins within it. But anyway, mapping assets through the legislative filter. Clean pass, blah, blah, blah. How many slides are left? I don't know if we're even halfway through yet. I can accelerate this a bit, or maybe we can. Shall I just skip to the, or skip through them a bit? Because to be honest, I haven't read this far through the through this slideshow. So, the two distinct channels of value creation. Quite like that. One's a flow, the other's a torque thing with a big spring. Bring in, because we were going to talk about XRP and Solana as well. Bellwethers for the flow side, unlocking new institutional capital, treasury adoption, and bank custody. As Ozzy says, XRP already has clarity. Yeah, because they kind of became like a well, obviously with the lawsuit, I suppose. So they kind of won that early, didn't they? So there's definitely that side of it, and Solana just being Solana is is kind of similar thing. Obviously, just went through that process as well, and came out looking quite shiny after that. So do not conflate the reasons for upside. Assets win for entirely different structural reasons. Yeah. Okay. There. So Ethereum benchmark setter, defining the digital commodity standard, unlocks regulated staking products and deeper institutional instruments. Catalyst, institutional tokenization. Precedent, co-leader in real world asset expansion. I think this also is a huge thing about the Clarity Act, is because such a lot of what's becoming big now is real world assets held on tokens. For example, I suppose, like, let's say I want to sell you this mug and it's going to cost you, I don't know, 1 sol. So you send me the sol, I send to you back a NFT, I suppose, saying that you now own this mug. There'll be complaint. There'll be bad reviews on eBay, I think. But yeah, so you'd have to message me anytime that you want to make a hot drink, and I'll drink the drink for you, within reason, depending what it is.
Is that how it's supposed to work? I mean, this kind of REITs thing that you do in the UK, RIET. It's where you have like fractional ownership of something like a shopping mall.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think that's how it works. And then you just sort of buy. I don't know how it works actually. Do you know anything about it? Or
Well, there's a whole thing about like with music royalties, wasn't there? So wasn't there a coin that may have been in the last bull run actually, the last 4-year cycle thing, but around like so you could if an artist kind of wants to just put a particular song out there, people could just get fractional ownership of that song and just get a fraction of a very small fraction of the royalties in perpetuity.
Yeah.
So that sort of thing. I guess they'll be then petitioning Netflix to bring that song into their latest hit show or something. Yeah.
That's how it works, isn't it? Yeah. So I hadn't really thought. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, do continue.
Sure. Okay. So here we go. Yeah. So Solana then graduates from limbo. What does that mean? I suppose, yeah, because there was a big question about graduated from limbo, I think, completely clearing spot ETF pathways. Undisputed leader in real-world asset tokenization? Probably is. That is kind of Solana's, or one of its big things, because meme coins, grubby meme coins, mostly. Some meme coins are really good, but there was like very much the long tail of grubby meme coins that maybe arguably kind of just were a bit of its short-term downfall when they kind of gave Solana a bit of a bad name for a while, that sort of thing. But it seems to have recovered from that. It's looking shiny again. But yeah, so it's a big thing now. I'm glad it discovered a new kind of like, just like killer use case, really. So real world assets seems to be the thing now for Solana. So XRP, the biggest relative winner. Okay, I prefer Solana. I don't know, but not for any particular reason. It's just that I own more Solana. So clearing a half-decade legal overhang unlocked the market structure access thing. Standard chartered $8 target. Ooh, okay, but when? Doesn't mean much without a date, does it? Contingent on passage of the bill, and a whole bunch of big-ish amount of ETF inflows. It's not that huge, to be honest, I think, in the scheme of things. But upside talk is violent. Oh no. But ultimately capped by severe supply concentration and stablecoin competition. Yeah, it's the thing about the when XRP's main use case was about just kind of transferring money across borders and that sort of thing. But obviously we kind of have got stable coins for that now. So it's use like that, thanks to the SEC, XRP like massively missed its window there, didn't it? But yeah, in any case, so what's this big winning aspect then? Because obviously it doesn't have the real world assets, doesn't really have the smart contracts and things. It's just got a violent upside talk, whatever the hell that means. Anyway, DeFi safe harbors. It's good that I suppose that DeFi is in here. Definitely gone are the days, like the initial pioneer days of with Bitcoin and then with DeFi, where sticking it to the man, as it were, and we don't need no stinking institutions and incumbent banks and so on. And now it's like everybody wants legislation and clarity. It's only because the institutional side got involved and then that in turn kind of produced the need for legislation. So yeah, like they sort of created a problem, and now they're kind of coming to the rescue with a proposed solution, in a sense. So stress testing the bear case. Delay is not equal to death. Oh, good. Okay. But yeah, the reality, I think, is ugly. I think it's right there. 60 vote filibuster hurdle. They would need 7 to 9 Democrats to clear clotter. June saw $4.5 billion, excuse me, ETF outplays, blah, blah, blah. Citibank cuts 12-month Bitcoin target to 82K. Ooh, okay. Forecasting 0 net inflows. Oh dear. Fear and greed index is higher than what I thought it was, to be honest. Tail risk of leveraged treasury liquidations down in, given that Bitcoin is probably, I suspect, going to drop to at least down to around 45K. Then, ouch, treasury liquidations in the 50 to 53K zone. So we might even see a bit an accelerated drop beyond 45K in that case. But yeah, why it doesn't break the thesis. The downside is exactly why the trade is asymmetrical. It is already priced in, luckily. Maybe we just didn't notice because we're in the bear market that it's already priced in. So it's just, it kind of came along for the ride. Sidelines capital and tokenization growth do not evaporate at the vote slips. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So yeah, if there is a delay to the act being passed, then it's not the end. As I was saying before, they'll lick their wounds and just come back, try again. But yeah, they'll be delayed. So I want to check how many more of these bloody slides. Oh, and at the end. Okay, that's okay. Represent. Okay, practical positioning framework. Whole bunch of things that I think we've already covered, to be honest. That's fine. Actionable trigger. Okay, so not financial advice, obviously, but trading levels and triggers and things. Flow data. So keep an eye if you're even just looking to invest versus like placing a long-term trade, which investment kind of is, isn't it? But in any case, monitor the daily ETF creation and redemption trends. Watch for consecutive reversals. There's a bit of an inflow on 10th of July. So things like that starting to creak into action, I think, could be a sign that things are turning around. Because it's quite probable that those in the know with the insider knowledge will probably start to act shortly before the act actually passes. So monitoring that sort of stuff, I think, could be quite useful. So structural support zone, that 58K that we mentioned a couple of slides back. If it drops below there, there's going to be a lot of liquidations and ouch. But I think it very likely is going to drop below there anyway. I think it was more like 53ish. What was it? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 50 to 53K. But at the moment, we're kind of looking at just. Don't know if there's necessarily time now, but it's going to look at the longer term kind of support zone. I guess the price dropped to 58 and then bounced. Reclaim zone, sustained price action above this level signals a momentum shift above 65K. Okay, we're in that funny range at the moment, aren't we? Kind of between 60 and 64.5-ish, I guess. Monitor the calendar for Senate closure fillings prior to the August recess. Okay. How many recesses do they have in there? So they seem to be like, there was a July the 4th recess, isn't there? Then they have another one in August. Blimey. Anyway, how do they get anything done over there? Do you know what I mean? Because they like, they're meant to be like pleasant summer holidays, but they end up kind of weaponizing them a bit to just like prevent things from proceeding, delaying them and so on. The execution rule, size the catalyst. Oh, what's it? I'm just saying a bunch of things, isn't it? Catalyst, size the catalyst leg for a 50% plus probability of near-term fee. Does that make sense? I don't think that makes any sense, to be honest. It's word salad. But oh, that's the end of the presentation. Okay, there you go. So makes you wonder after all that. If in doubt, listen to some Pink Floyd, and you'll be fine. So, what's that? Currently, Bitcoin is flatlining. Just have a quick look. How are you doing for time?
Yeah. I just noticed. Oh, well, it's 12 minutes past 2, but that's not what you asked, was it?
You didn't say, what is the time? Very literal answer. So, thank you, Ozzy. You're very welcome.
Has he got a clock? No.
No, he's complimenting my presentation. So, Gensler couldn't go after Bitcoin. There's no one to sue. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of thing. Decentralization kind of works, doesn't it? Just when it's done right. I checked. Oh, I'm reading the comments backwards. I think there's more inflows and outflows in ETFs than Bitcoin. Quick look through the comments, then we could do a super quick bit of TA, do you think, and then probably wrap up.
Yeah, sure.
Trump needs a boost for the midterms, so anything is possible. That's kind of a good point. Yeah. Just scrolling out. There's been a lot of comments. Thanks so much, everyone, for being active. Actually, just roll all of it into an intro ditty. Yeah, maybe we should do that. Just cover all the bases. Sort of Chippy Friday, Bitcoin TA, talking shite, blah 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 blah. It's save with crypto with my. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, I think that'd be quite a funny thing. You know, I do like it being 2 minutes though, because once I get it started, I've normally forgotten something like to get some water or something. You know, so I can normally nip off and do that in 2 minutes. You know.
That is a good point. Yeah. I'm sleepy, says Space Catty. I apologize for my presentation. Good morning, blokes. Oh, Drip Speedio. Hello. Who are you? That's a bit rude. Very, very welcome. Hello. And do come on in. Well, I guess you're already in. So Space Catty, what you mean is Pink Floyd. That's what we always mean. It's true. With everything. There's well over 33 million coins / tokens. Hopefully the Clarity Act will give investors some sort of protection to many pump and dumps coins. Yeah, I think maybe I kind of like the Wild West aspect of that. I think maybe that's just me. I say, that you win some, you lose some, and if you lose a bunch, or if I lose a bunch of money on a shit coin, it's down to me. It's my fault. You know, my money, my risk, and so on. I don't know. That's just kind of my feeling on it. It makes me angry, says Space Catty. Basically, the reason Clarity Act doesn't pass is because they don't want Trump to profit from the tokens and stuff. Yeah, it's fair points. But can't be wrong there. What do you guys think? I don't know really. Just got to go to the door. Back in a minute. Yeah, I guess you're back.
Oh yeah. No, sorry. That's quite good actually. I was actually waiting for a letter from HMRC, and I actually got it today. It came the day they said it would. So brilliant.
Okay, well, nice, very efficient. Just in the European Central Bank Board member Cipollone admits stablecoins threaten to pull deposits out of the traditional banking system. Yes, then pitches a state-issued digital euro as a solution. Big as a course. Yeah. Translation: central banks see the writing on the wall and want to own the rails. Yeah, that's the trouble, isn't it? They while they've got the money to do it, they can lobby those in charge. By lobby, I mean just like throw money at them to get things passed into law. Quite difficult, really, to govern decentralized stuff, though, isn't it? Like telling people that they're not allowed to own a decentralized crypto wallet, for example, or like not allowed to use VPNs. That sort of thing becomes a bit that the more they do that sort of thing, the more they're simply pushing genuine good faith usage and behavior into the shadows. You end up with kind of a shadow economy, I think. So they have to be a bit kind of I don't know, wary of that, I would think. Banks don't like it personally. I think the bank should foof and get your own bill. Yeah, I absolutely agree. So this whole Garrity bill is against the 2.0. I think, yeah, there's definitely that danger as well. Just XRP already has clarity. Yeah, it does. So don't sell souls. It's too obscure. Also, don't do drugs. Well, depends on the drug. Should leave it at that.
Yeah, stick to the quality stuff, Class A stuff.
Oh yeah, it's such a broad selection. It's just be a shame to lose that depth and breadth of choice, really.
Yeah. Actually, to be honest, I actually think all this kind of like you can't use a cold wallet and all that sort of thing. I think in your own home you should be able to do what the hell you want, really. As long as it's not hurting anyone.
Yes.
But
yeah,
absolutely.
It's like that's a very libertarian viewpoint, actually. Well, not infringing on other people's right to not be hurt, or that impeded, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I was sitting in a pub garden yesterday, and someone lit up a cigarette, and I mean, probably a lot of people here are probably aren't aware that people used to even smoke inside pubs and stuff, And I actually thought, what an obnoxious thing to do, Could you not do that? In places like California, like smoking's like banned outside, So the only place you can do it is in your own home, or I think maybe in your own car. I'm not even sure if you can do that, actually. But I think, well, yeah. So if you're indoors, you should be able to do what you want, really. But yeah, I don't know. Just but yeah, just as long as you're not hurting other people, or or doing something.
Kind of agree. Yeah. GGP in a nice pullback save.
Oh yeah. I was going to mention that, actually.
Do you have a quick look?
Yeah, please do, because what was I looking at the other day? It was
LSE, isn't it, that one?
Yeah. Talking of quality drugs. Talking of quality misspelt drugs.
Yeah. So what have we got? What have we got then? So pullback. Yeah, that way around. Yeah. Okay. Definite pullback.
Because
the trend shield on Quadzilla is very much showing potentially more downside. So in terms of momentum, it has very much dropped down into quite strongly into, or weekly, however you look at it, into oversold. But very much potential for more downside for any recovery. But that whole trend is obviously a downtrend. Quite like drawing these. So this one's quite kind of bitty, isn't it? It's where there's a low, lower low, kind of pretty much. Lower low, lower low. Currently well into a lower low. In terms of the ups, I guess that's, so, I mean, obviously the highest bit of that downtrend, lower high, lower high, lower high, but that bit really, lower high, lower high. So it's going to be there. So to break out of that downtrend, it has to clearly get above that, which is $567, and not looking very likely at the moment. You know, I mean, obviously it probably will, but just when is the thing. That retracement level there played out very nicely from started plotting back in April, 1st of April, and yeah, price kind of this probably is one of those cases where it's like, oh, well, it came down to there but didn't reach the line, so that got it wrong. But no, it very much did come down, and kind of with a vengeance as well. Drop below, and then back to the upside in the next candle, because when you hit a bullish retracement level like that, when it retraces down to it, the expectation is that the price is going to just hit to the upside quite strongly. And I mean, so we did get the upside move, but in the cases where it doesn't rebound strongly, like here, it peaked and then it kind of ranged a bit, then that's a very good sign that there's still downside in the market. So, and sure enough, blop down. So, yeah, not sure if was there any particular newsworthy thing, I wonder, that caused that, or is it just...
I don't think there's been any news for a while, actually.
Yeah.
Actually, 18 minutes ago,
Yeah.
no, sorry.
I mean, generally, actually, that's not quite right. It's almost right. Well, but yeah, I suppose, I mean, depending how you view this, I mean, generally the uptrend is strong in this one. Probably that first line is trend line's better. You can look at this in the sense, I don't place much truck in trend lines. They're just kind of a quick visual to eyeball the approximate trend, really, rather than a thing that you necessarily trade religiously from or anything like that. But so that first longer trend line, obviously the price broke below it there and then recovered, then bounced along and continued up it, and that's that one. And so it would very much need to now bounce or break below that trend line, and woof, comes down to that retracement level. That'd be quite something. But in any case, the second one, the shorter trend line, much more just kind of, what did it do? Just, well, broke below. I suppose that's the thing, isn't it? So yeah, overall looking pretty negative, I would say. Might come down to here. I mean, there's probable liquidity around kind of there, maybe. I think that kind of thing, potentially, just taking into account that bit there as well, into where it's broken up into. It's a bit order blocky, dip down into it, could come back down to there. Then we might hope to see a bounce from that level. So, yeah, okay, that's GGP. Isn't Sol the ETH killer? If ETH is now cheap in fees and so on, what's the purpose of Sol? It's a fair question. Just different ecosystems. I think in a sense it is quite good to have, to retain like competitive competing ecosystems like that. So because like look how the initial appearance of Sol just kind of suddenly pushed ETH into all of that re-architecting. They would still be crap at this stage now with like ridiculous fees and slow transactions and so on. So that was kind of good. But now Solana needs to kind of pick it up again and find something above and beyond Ethereum, I think. That's my question. Mine too. Be fair. But then I like to jump on bandwagons. So that's just me. Don't promote Chippy. If you're going to promote anything, promote XTP. That's actually a really good point. Awesome. We'll love you. Yeah. Tap Global and XTP. We should promote that a bit. But buy some XTP, not financial advice.
It's
buy some Chippy as well.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with the Chippy thing, it's just something I kind of got involved with because I kind of quite like the idea of it, really. And
yeah,
and to be fair, and to be fair, I started doing it in October 2023, no 2024, and they did have about a month where they weren't doing the free Chippy Friday. Not a month; it was almost a year actually where they didn't do the free Chippy Fridays. They paused it for a while.
Yeah.
Start of the bear market, really. But I mean, overall, I've definitely had my initial investment back in rewards. If you look at the dollar value of it, So I don't know. To me, it's just something that it doesn't really owe me anything now. So
yeah,
I'm just happy to hang on to it and see if it goes up. And I think it will when everything else does. But
I mean, it's certainly proved that it's got staying power. I'll give it that for definite. One thing that I just suddenly realised, it's 1 minute to 2:30. We do have a US market opening today, don't we? I seem
to. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Oh, just seen.
What are all these?
May as well prepare myself.
Oh yeah, at the ready. But I just want to check all these drawings. Just find a different chart. Is that a good chart with no drawings? Yeah, use that one. Okay, at the ready. It's poised. The slowest half a minute we've encountered. Isn't
it? Come on. And there's going to be a delay. There's going to be a delay with the people watching. There you go. Right.
Whoa.
Market's open.
And off it goes. Yeah. Market is open. So it's jumping around. I think there's definitely the thing about the initial, because obviously when the US market opens, New York market, then you kind of sometimes get move strongly in that direction, then further in that direction, then that, or like that. Whoops, that. Ah, God, it's gone wrong. Sorry. I'm getting it. That, then that, then that. In in either case. But is that true? Does it always do that? So the initial direction it moves in, it then is a fake out, but then you think, oh, it's actually faked me out. It's now going that way, but that's also a fake out, and the real direction was the original one. That's a bit of a theory I've got, but is it true? Is there any basis in it whatsoever?
So, what's the analogy of this? Is that it's something like, I don't know. It's like the playing cards thing, isn't it? It's like,
oh yeah, but
like triple bluffing or something,
yeah, or like fool me once and so on, maybe.
I don't know. I don't think it's that obvious. If it was that obvious, everyone would just trade that and then walk away.
Sometimes these things are, though, aren't they? Just with the occasional exception to catch people out.
I suppose so. Yeah. Oh, by the way, my trade from earlier on closed, so I'm looking for a new one now.
Okay. Yeah.
But so that didn't quite do what I hoped it would. But
Did it close in profit?
Yeah. Not
Okay.
a lot,
Oh yeah,
not
of
a lot.
course. Yeah.
Of course. It was. I'll have to have a look, but it wasn't a lot. It was like $40 or something. But better than losing. So yeah, it's not looking quite as obvious now, unfortunately.
No.
So I don't know.
A bit of this, trying to exaggerate the trade a bit. So it started there, didn't it? That was 230. So it went strongly up, then it kind of faked out further to the downside, and now it's heading to the upside. It's what it does, I think. So I think it probably started that move to the downside halfway through that minute.
Mm-hmm.
It's doing that, isn't it? It did the fake out to the upside, fake out a bit further to the downside, and now probably that, unless it does that, it'll confound my theory now and just head to the downside, but not yet. Unless there's an extra bit it does that. It could be that kind of expansion, price expansion thing going on.
Yeah. Actually, if you look on the 1 minute time frame, you'll see that as it was going up, from like well, this morning really. Is that the 1 minute?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So if you you can see that.
If I scroll back, I think.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, so you see those retracement levels it put in. They kind of did a perfect sort of slinky down, didn't it?
Wow, it really did. Yeah. Swing. Again, it's kind of the thing that because we might have, like, under normal market conditions with a bullish retracement level like that, you'd kind of expect the bounce to be more to the upside. So when that doesn't happen, it very much tells you that there's more downside to come.
Yeah.
So because that should have been a strong reaction. So because it wasn't, expect further downside. Sure enough, whoomp. Same with that whoomp. Kind of a continuation, really.
So if you flip to the 1 hour now, you'll see that it probably almost do that level that I was complaining about earlier on. Almost. Not quite.
I'll have a quick look, but just to note that did then do that down. It's an expanding thing. Well, price range. So in which case we might expect it to now do that. Go up even further.
Yeah.
But yeah, so on the 1 hour, so look.
See, it's nearly there, isn't it?
Hide the room. Yeah, that's amazing. Well, I should withhold that until it actually does happen. But, so for anyone who started watching a bit later, we were talking, or really Save was kind of talking about this near the start of the stream, that with these retracement levels, or with this one in particular on the hourly, the price came down. It was within, today about $60.
$65. Yeah.
Okay. And so essentially that can mean a couple of things, but the probable one is that it didn't get it wrong. It just the price hasn't actually retraced that level just yet, and sure enough, it's now coming down towards it. Down it comes. In which case, it might well just wick down and then head to the upside. Go to that one even.
That's what I'm hoping.
Kind of nice.
That's what I'm hoping. So,
what have we got on the 30 minute?
I don't know.
Woo. Okay. Kind of similar, really, but except in the sense that we had that retracement, which is 62.8, and oh, sorry, just left that comment on.
There you go. That's done.
Wobbly W. I think it was a wobbly W pattern. Yeah. McNuggets.
Okay.
Thank you. You've put me right off chicken McNuggets now. I appreciate that. In what time is that, Scotty Charisma 5310? I think so, but the thing today is that I don't think it's actually a pass or fail type of a hearing. I think it's more of a just, can you explain these bits, please?
Yeah, because it's not very clear.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
Can you make the clarity act a bit more clearer, please? You know,
it's a bit, it's a bit woolly at the moment. Oh, that's come down further, isn't it? Should we check back?
Yeah, no, it's now done the
amazing.
It's done the 1 hour thing. So it just needs to boing back upwards now.
Yeah.
So
anyone watching that and who's amazed by the accuracy of these retracement levels, it's all in Quadzilla. You can get that. You can get Quadzilla if you go to savewith.crypto.org/QZ or Z if you're in one of the countries that's a bit bigger than Britain geographically, and probably financially in a whole bunch of other things.
Although Canada say Z.
Yeah, they've very much got the British kind of I was going to say legacy. I don't want to say legacy. God, I don't know, just culture. You know, very much very close there, I think.
Should we go?
Watching to see what it does now. Just is it? I mean, is it actually going to bounce?
I don't know.
Kind of interested to see how my 1 minute thesis is going.
Well, the 1 minute thing's looking quite good because like the convergence band has done that thing where it goes like down to sort of 1 pixel wide and then goes like really low, you know.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, this, because this is kind of saying like, I mean, we've got the green bars, but it's say the convergence band itself isn't really kind of particularly. I don't think it's done a convincing kind of hook round, is it? To come back up, it's kind of, it's actually drooping a bit. So,
yeah. Go on, bounce.
Not convincing. Not convinced that that's bottomed out at all. Looking at that.
No.
So where was it? 230. There. Forward a bit. That one. It was that the white candle, the bullish candle just there. So it initially kind of faked out to the upside and then faked out to the downside a bit further, then faked out to the upside again a bit further, then faked out to the downside a lot further. Oh, there it goes. And now maybe faking out further to the upside. It might come up to that level, which would be 62,927. So we need to train an LLM with a voice of math. There'll be lots of ums and ers in it and pauses, and apply it to the TradingView every move. Let's see where it goes. That's interesting. I'm not convinced. That would be brilliant. Yeah, I think we should totally do that.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
What's in my specimen jar today?
Oh, have you got one?
It smashed on the inside, like because it's all made of glass. And I mean, to be honest, the Amazon reviews did kind of say that sometimes the glass shatters.
Oh God!
Kind of bought it anyway, thinking like, they're obviously just misusing it, you know, numpties. And the glass shattered. So,
what were you doing with it?
We're drinking from it.
What? And it just broke.
Well, it's when I went next, because it's got a filter at the top. But when I next went to use it, so I kind of, because I'd left it on the kitchen counter, just with a bit of cold tea in it and a tea bag bobbing around, looking suspicious, and tips are all out into the sink, and just a whole bunch of like shattered glass came out.
Oh God!
So I've no idea at what point that actually happened. So I think it probably means if you're going to buy a sort of, if you're looking for a hot drink container that you can just like drink from, and you want it to be see-through, but you don't want it to be plastic, then probably just straight glass may not be the answer.
Yeah, or
I don't know.
Or wait until some other material has been invented.
Yeah. So I'm playing the long game on that one.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
wasn't that Perspex? Shouldn't Perspex or Pyrex do it?
Isn't Perspex a kind of plastic?
But if it's non, all of the bad plastic leakage things, doesn't have like phthalates and stuff like that.
Okay.
I think there actually there's some cajoling going on in the chat. Stop cajoling there at the back.
I just saw this one saying my wife prefers a Whopper Aussie. Well, they all do.
Taken out of context.
Yeah, they all do, don't they?
Yeah, not my wife. She says it's fine. She prefers it that way.
It's more comfortable.
Yeah, that looks like killer line to be given. Anyway,
should we go?
I think so. On that note.
Okay.
Oh wow! Oh, okay. Was it SpaceX set to wipe $1 trillion from their peak value after a 38% drop? Wow.
I know. Would have been a great short.
Must come down and all that.
Well, yeah. Oh well, right. Okay. Let's leave it at that, because I think the excitement's over. I think maybe a little bit more dumpage. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks for everyone for coming along. I think it's been good today, actually. Sort of numbers are amazing. It's 42 people on Maftopia.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on? What's the matter with you?
Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. do check out. Do go and get yourself a copy of Quadzilla. That there is a way to get it for free. To try it out for free, anyway. Just follow the instructions and stuff, and you should find it. And do check out Maftopia. If you go to why isn't that clickable? Oh, that's clickable. Okay, got to sort that out. If you go to maftopia.com, it has all the links, especially to the YouTube site and the X site that you may already be on, like watching this. There's a whole bunch of stuff there, but like science and technology news, deep dives. Like for example, there's a deep dive that I did with Save about angine de poitrine and microtones and things like that, and the Wazometer widget rhythmic pulse visualizer that we used in the video. You can actually try it out here. If you go to, there's a video that I haven't put out yet, but I'm about to go to maftopia.com/GTT. You can try playing global thermonuclear tiddlywinks. And so there's a video coming out about that, how that was vibe coded with, or agentic engineered, really, with Claude Code and Fable 5. And it's a strategy game done with, basically kind of like a combination of Risk and tiddlywinks, and also with nuclear weapons. Because of course I just lost that one at the sea, plop, and so on. So and also if you're playing it, ramp up the number of players. You can go up to 6. It makes it a lot more fun. And I've also found the flat Earth map is actually a lot of fun as well. If you go into that, let's make a full screen.
Oh. Sorry about that.
Do all this sort of thing. There you go. They're all playing there. Just make it a bit faster. And because there's a whole like sort of they're quickly taking territories and losing territories and so on. A lot more back and forth. Whoever owns the Arctic in this one, they get a territory reward bonus of 1.2x every turn. So it's you kind of need to try and hold the Arctic if you can. In the globe Earth map, it's the Antarctic. Because obviously in the flat Earth you wouldn't be able to get to the Antarctic. The ice wall will be in the way. So I'm going to attack that one. Yay! Took the territory. They're going to take it back in a sec. There you go. That's it, really. Sorry, you were ready to finish, weren't you? And I started rambling.
It's all right. I wasn't doing much really. Just just hanging about, waiting for you to finish. Keep an eye on them super ups on them that 1, 3, and 12 minute time frames, because we've definitely got a super up on the 1 minute. Not quite on the 3 minute yet, and not quite on the 12 minute, but might get a bit of a bounce, like what it should do, but we'll see.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Thank you very much for everyone for coming along today. I'll be making a few videos over the weekend, and then we'll be back on Monday with a live stream. And also I'll have details of the Bitunix campaign. It'll probably start at like kind of midnight on Sunday or something like that. So I'll keep you posted. It's just
it's the 1 month thing, presumably.
I think so. Yeah. Be like I say, it's got to. I've got to work out what the new procedure is. It's not a lot. It's literally click something, read that, and then you can enter. You know, so it's not just sign up and use that link. It's there's an extra step. So just to make it MiCA or it is compliant. Okay, cool. Right. Thank you.
Just want to say thanks so much to everyone in the chat as well. You've been super chatty and supportive today. Just massively appreciate it. Just wanted to mention that. So,
yeah, very good actually. I might over the weekend. I might do one of those one of them live things where I do it on the other channel, which is called SWC Trading. I'll let you know on X and in the Discord if I do that. I think that might be good just to get into the swing of the the Bitunix kind of thing and whatever. You know. And but I think there might be a few opportunities actually coming up. For like nice trades. I think there might be some nice pullbacks and nice pumps, I reckon, over the next few weeks. Not sure why, but just I can feel it in me. In me, what's it? You're right.
Yeah, in the McNuggets. Yes,
in me McNuggets. Yeah. That's going to be like the worst food that you can ever eat, isn't it? Surely it's like
Oh, pretty disgusting, to be fair. Yeah,
like horrific, really. Anyway, right. Thanks again, Maff. Like you did very well there. That was a very, very, very fun stream. Loved it actually.
It's good fun. Yeah,
I quite like it when they're a bit stupid as well.
You don't want to get too serious with these things. I think. No, life isn't that serious anyway. All right. Sure. Right, take care, everyone. Have a great weekend. As I say, I'll be making some stuff over the weekend, and I'll keep you posted on X and also on the Discord. So all the links for that are in the description down below. And take care and trade safe. That's goodbye from me, and likewise from him.
Cheers. See ya.